In the life of a minister, there are a few significant times, and obviously you don't come into this way of being, serving, and doing what a minister does without an open heart and just a lot of just being stupid. I mean, really, who would choose this profession unless you had to do it? You know, I mean, you really, when you say yes to God, it's really that you have to, because you can't say yes to anything else anymore. You're just called to be that presence. And so these significant moments are things like graduating ministerial school, where finally you've got all the tests and all the lectures and all the papers are behind you, and you pass that initial panel. And then after a few years of serving, you truly marry yourself to God by saying, yes, I'll go for ordination. And then you're ordained. You become ordained in our movement. And if you truly give of your heart and serve the way that Rev Kristin has over the years, often you are recognized by the peers and your colleagues in your community in a most significant way. And so we're going to have an opportunity to do that here this morning. But before I turn it over back to Dr. Kathy, I just want to say that, you know, for years, going to Asilomar and then going into ministerial school, you've come to know, and this is like the dirty little secret, there's a few of the ministers. And when I got here, I told Kristin, I said, you know, you're one of the ministers. And she's like, what? And I said, yeah, you are. And in the 6 months I've been here, it's way beyond just one of the ministers. But truly, I've seen her heart and her intelligence and the way that she is and the way that she supports all of us. And I don't know where it comes from, but I'm just glad we get it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to Dr. Kathy to continue this ceremony. And Kristin, I just want you to definitely know, I know you know, but I love you.
Kristin, will you step up here? I'm having this memory of our first real conversation in my office at Pacific Church, sometime before Namaste was begun. And we didn't know we'd be standing here. How beautiful that is. Let me say about this wonderful woman that she is one of the ministers, it's true, and that this Doctor of Divinity degree or award is not given lightly, and it's not given to everybody, and it's only given to those people who exemplify what it means to be a minister in our movement and to walk a path of love and service in building a powerful community, but also in serving our organizations. And Kristin has done that. She has done that. And my impression of her all the years, even though I wasn't seeing her all those years, I came here to speak, is that she's been like on the beam, you know, and spiritual, intelligent, committed, conscious, and walking a very, very clear path. I remember one of the first things that blew me away was all of your printed materials. And you one time created these door hangers. Some of you were back there then to go in the neighborhood. They were just beautiful. I went, oh my God, what kind of mind is this? This is so beautiful. So that's what I first saw. And then, of course, I've had the opportunity to experience Namaste through all of these years. There is a very lengthy and beautiful biography that was created, and I just want to touch some highlights by way of acknowledging Dr. Kristin, of course, as founding minister of this wonderful organization and serving for 13 years. And it says, Namaste has contributed greatly to congregants' lives and to the larger community of Long Beach and beyond by fostering an environment for dreams to be realized. Under Dr. Kristin's leadership, Namaste has steadily grown and is an open invitation to empower one's spiritual journey. She has here fostered an intentional culture of acceptance, authenticity, and love, and I know you're all the beneficiaries of that. It is a place where she reminds us that it's more important how we are together than what we do together. She brings a very practical application of science of mind principles into her messages. In terms of our greater organization, she has served on the Financial Stewardship Corps for how many years now? It's at least 3. Yeah, 3 years. And she has been on several annual gathering committees. She's the past chair of the Asilomar Conference. She's been on the annual gathering leadership team. Locally here, she's been a member of the South Coast Interfaith Council for a decade. That's probably 11 years now. She is a faculty member for Holmes Institute. She has mentored a number of ministers, and the list is astounding, and they've all created really vital ministries. She is an outstanding teacher. She has been a member of the Association for Global New Thought. And in Long Beach, she has been involved with Teach Your Children Well, with bringing the Season for Nonviolence here. See, we really do need hours, don't we? Family Support Network, holiday giving programs, all kinds of things. She brought forth, of course, that wonderful play, The Enlightenment. That was fabulous. She's been involved with spiritual leadership and community empowerment throughout the organization, specifically to the LGBT community, and on it goes. When I asked Kristin what this time meant to her, what she said, this is perfect, Kristin. She said, I am most proud of what others have done with the support, love, and encouragement of the Namaste community and me. We have an expression, we are a place to be reminded that you are precious and empowered to live the life of your dreams. She said someone recently described Namaste as being a safe harbor, and Namaste and herself as being a safe harbor for people. And she says, this is what I have brought to myself into Namaste. What do you love about Kristin?
All of the above.
Be more specific.
Support.
Authenticity.
She wants to talk.
Love.
Truth.
Her little kid that comes out sometimes.
Brings the love.
Meredith.
What was that last one? So are you letting this in?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And so Dr. Kristin is a valued member of the clergy in United Church of Religious Science, United Centers for Spiritual Living, Centers for Spiritual Living. All previous names will fade away. And she is loved and she is appreciated for who she is and for what it is that she has done. And so, Dr. Kristin, it is my great honor to present to you, I'm going to read it, to the Reverend Kristin Lee Hawkins, the honorary degree of divinity with all honors, privileges, and obligations thereunto appertaining. In witness thereof of Holmes Institute has granted this honor in recognition of outstanding accomplishment and distinguished service. And here you are. Out and yes, sure,
for one moment.
You bet.
Because we've got a little bit more love coming.
Oh, good.
So I just real quick want to invite the president of our board of trustees, Scott Olson, and Kristin's life partner, Deborah Scanlon up.
I just want to say that roses are a symbol of love, and it is my honor, on behalf of all of Namaste, to present these to you in knowingness of that love that we hold for you always.
You know this is a special day for me to get up here. So I kind of know her best. And, you know, when we were walking this morning, I said, "How are you feeling about today?" And she said, "Nervous." And I said, "Really? Nervous?" I go, "Not excited? I mean, are you sure? Nervous?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then as I was sitting there listening, it dawned on me, of course she's nervous. This is not something she would seek. This is a tremendous honor from her peers and from this community, because it was born out of this community. So it's really exciting that I get to make her stand up here and fulfill her intention of being supported this year and recognized. I do have to wonder how my afternoon will be after this, though. So all these years, I thought Dr. Reverend Kristin was writing these talks for me. And then I talked to Brian, and he said, she's writing them for me. And then I talked to Jim, and he said, she's writing them for me. And then Roy, no, they're mine. And then Craig, no, they're mine. And then Kim, no, they're mine. Yeah, and everybody's waving their hand. They're mine, they're mine. Exactly. Carlos is saying they're his. Guess what? They're all of ours. And they're hers. And the one thing I respect most about this woman is that she lives her life out loud with incredible integrity. I'm so glad to make you cry. But she really does. And, you know, and some of you think I'm biased. Yeah, I am a little bit. But I don't show up here for anyone but me. And I've always teased her over the years. I said, you know, if you don't inspire me or if I don't learn something, I'm not coming. And then she says, well, if you don't show up, you won't know. So, in all sincerity, I have a little something for you. And those talks, her presence just being here, those inspirational moments, there's opening of heart, those insights, those simple yet elegant words, somehow reaches all at the right time, the right place. And I have a little something for you to put those special words in. Because when she was in ministerial school, she was very proud of this Reverend Kristin Hawkins document holder that she had. Right? And she's carried that for years. And I have to tell you, it was getting pretty bad. In fact, I made her get a new one, even though it's plastic, just because it was so bad. But now I think we have a reason for her to have a new one.
Wow.
So would you read that?
I've never seen this before. It says Reverend Dr. Kristin Hawkins. And it's my folder for Sundays.
So thank you, Dr. Reverend Kristin Hawkins, for all your support of myself, of your support of yourself, so that together I consider it my job in life to support you, so you know you're always loved, always supported, so you can support and love all of these folks.
Deborah, just for your love and support, because it means everything to have that minister. Absolutely. So, yes. All right, stretch out your hands in the direction right here. And just take a moment to close your eyes and feel flowing down through the top of your head all the blessings that are coming from the universe across time and space. All the ascended ones, the masters, the priests and the priestesses, the teachers and the shamans of all time are inclining their energy and their benediction in this moment, moving through you and into your heart and out through your hands to bless the ministry of our beloved Reverend Dr. Kristin Hawkins and her beautiful partnership relationship with Deborah, knowing absolutely that these two walk in the light and in the love that is the truth of God. They have been doing it, they always shall, forward into the light-filled, brilliant, and inspiring future. And I know that this ministry of Reverend Dr. Kristin is absolutely blessed and guided by Spirit for the greatest good, and that every single step that she takes is met and guided in the direction of the truth of love. And so I give thanks for this and many blessings upon this community, Namaste, that it continues to be a beacon of light, a place of refuge, a safe harbor, a place where people know that they are precious and empowered. And so we give thanks for this holy moment and all the holy moments that are to come. We bless the work that has been done, and we bless the inspiration that is to follow. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Wonderful. Now, Kristin gets to speak.
I'm going to hang on to these, though. I like these. You can't take that guy. That's mine.
Yes, no. I know, I almost picked it up.
You know, I'm actually so incredibly grateful that that you all acknowledged and loved Deborah as well. And so I just want to say thank you. So I want to say a couple things real quickly. Because I get the whole time next week, so I'll have lots of time to talk next week. I remember years ago, I think it was 2005, speaking, no, it wasn't 2005, doesn't matter, long time ago, 10 years ago, speaking at Asilomar for the first time. And one of the things that was said after that talk that evening, and lots of congratulations, and it was a really wonderful time, was just remember that when you go home you still have to clean the litter box. So I want you to know that in some ways nothing has changed today, and in some ways everything has changed. But the change is not in the way that I show up in the world with each and every one of you, with my friends and my family. The change is something within me that is recognizing that a new era is being launched today. And I really do feel that way. Years ago, when we wrote the first brochure for Namaste, one of the things that I wrote was something that came out of what I believe my gift to give in the world is, and that is that I bring a gift of the joy of discovery. And I have known that for a very long time, that I have a way of making light and fun of things and a real exuberance for looking at who we are and how we might grow. And what I realized was that by stepping into ministry, that I was taking that gift and applying it to something that I think is probably the most amazing discovery of all, and that is the discovery of God as ourselves. I am incredibly, incredibly blessed for this journey. And what I believe is beginning to unfold in my life and in the life of our community and each and every one of us is ways in which we touch into that magnificence of what God is as us that we've never known before. I remember years ago someone asking, what is the one thing that you were most excited about in life? And I heard this answer, and I didn't get it at the time, but I do get it today. And that is the thing I am most excited about in life right now is my own spiritual practice and my connection with this thing that we call the divine. Because it is awakening in each and every one of us in ways that we cannot imagine, and it is just so amazing. I am very, very grateful today, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being part of this journey. Namaste.